Welcome to Inside the Red Jacket, the podcast all about Montana FCCLA members, chapters, and advisors working to make a positive difference in their own communities. Today, we will meet two recipients of the 2025 Ultimate Leader Award, and you'll learn a bit more about how you can nominate someone to receive this honor. Stay tuned for the latest edition of the Montana FCCLA podcast. We call it Inside the Red Jacket. And my guest today is a recent recipient of our Ultimate Leader Award. And before we hear from our guest, I'd like to show you where you can find information about this award on our website. So if you hover over conferences, you'll see, over awards, but I made the screen smaller. It moved everything. How about that? So hover over awards, and then you'll see member awards. And when you click on that, it'll take you to a gallery of our most recent Ultimate Leader Awards. And if you keep on scrolling down, it will give you information about how you can nominate someone, along with other awards like our scholarships, some opportunities for national scholarships, and how members can get involved with competitive events and with other individual achievements. So my guest today is none other than Brock from the Manhattan FCCLA chapter. And we were joking a little bit earlier, Brock so far has been in many of our podcasts that we've been recording. And so if you'd want to learn more about his background and his project, that's exactly where you can find it on our website. So right now, I'm going to stop sharing and let you meet Brock. Hello, Brock. How are you?
Good. How are you, Tracy?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Brock is our first vice president this year for Montana FCCLA. And I think we'll start today with Brock, maybe just tell us your story about your experiences, how you got involved with FCCLA, and sort of your leadership journey and what you learned along the way. How's that sound?
Sounds perfect. So when I was a freshman, our high school does not offer middle school chapters. So when I was a freshman, I was new to all of this. So I decided to just join every club there was out there. I wanted to be as involved as possible because I was like super shy and I wanted to change that. So I decided to join FCCLA with a few of my friends, and we took on this project. So we took on Focus on Children, and we went in and taught kids like nutritious breakfasts, like the five food groups, and like easy things for those kids to make in the morning that maybe don't have like parents to make those breakfasts for them, and just something that may be easy for them. So we went into our after school program and taught them all about that. And then the next day they all came back to our SES classroom, and we showed them an easy way to do that and let them all make them themselves. And it was a really cool project that my group mates and I started to like plan and just took a part of. During that project, I served as our group leader. I just was kind of delegating all of those tasks, making sure everything was done. And that was the like very first leadership position I've ever held in FCCLA or just in general. And it was really new to me, and I just kind of got thrown into it. But that just showed me so much about what FCCLA was and all of those things that I could do with FCCLA. So, but going into that, I was a super nervous person. I kind of still am, but I was super shy. I couldn't speak in front of anybody. It would make me super, super nervous. And our project was speaking in front of all those little kids and teaching them how to do it. And I went into that and I was sweating and I was super nervous. But like going out of that, I just learned so much about myself and about all of the things that like FCCLA taught me. And it showed me so much. And then throughout our project, I kept delegating those tasks, making sure everything was done. So it was really fun. And then throughout that project, like past that, that showed me what I could do with FCCLA. And I ended up hosting other events with our chapter. So we started an annual it was a Valentine's Day candygram. So we sold candy grams to middle schoolers, and I took that on. I started that project and I started to lead that along with a Halloween bingo night and all of these different projects that just really stemmed from me joining that club with my friends and being able to experience what felt like to be that leader and be that in that situation. And it was really rewarding and it was super cool. And I just got to step up into those leadership positions. And then now I'm the state vice president. So a lot has happened since my super nervous years as a freshman. But do you have any questions, Tracy?
I do actually. I kept thinking of questions as you were talking. So you told us about your project first. How did you and your group come up with the idea for that project?
When I was little, I never really ate breakfast as a kid. And like, I wanted other, like, those kids to realize the importance of that. And I saw a problem in the community and really wanted to help fix that. And it stemmed from my personal experiences when I was younger.
Very good. Um, and I'm guessing that was a pretty popular project with those younger children. Did they seem
Yeah,
to
it
like
was.
that? Yeah.
Oh, the lights turned off.
Um,
Give me
as
one.
you moved into high school, you said that you hadn't been exposed very much to FCCLA prior to that. What was it that drew you in? Because advisors and chapter leaders are going to be watching these things or listening to these podcasts to get ideas. And that's always, the elusive question is, what is it that gets people joining? So what was
Yeah.
it for you?
It was just that opportunity to join something bigger than myself and have that where I can join with all my friends and do these competitions. So at the first day of school as a freshman, our FCCLA chapter, at the time, they talked to like all of the freshmen coming in, and they had a little presentation about what FCCLA is, why we should join. And I went into that because we don't offer any other clubs like in our middle school, or we only really offer those three CTSOs, the SCCLA, BPA, and Skills USA. So I just decided to join those because it was something that I could be a part of that was bigger than myself. And they just showed how much impact it had on everybody that has went through FCCLA. And I really wanted to step up into that and just see those results and improvements in myself.
Very good. Brock, if you had to pick one experience that has been most meaningful to you since you joined FCCLA, what would that be?
Just the chance to impact other people's lives. Like when from these projects, and we've hosted a Thanksgiving lunch at the senior center and talked with a bunch of those senior centers that didn't have family, and just the ability to affect other people's lives by very simple tasks is just super, super rewarding for me.
Very good. Would you have any advice for students who maybe were just getting started in FCCLA and didn't really have a lot of experiences just yet? What would you tell them?
I would just tell them to go for it, follow your dreams, and just like I know it seems like a lot, because it is, but once you like are thrown into it, you learn so much from it and get so many crazy cool opportunities from being able to just get thrown into it and join the club.
Very good. Do you have any parting advice that you'd like to share with the members that are listening today?
Just like I said before, go for it. Go all in, follow your dreams because really anything is possible.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today, Brock. We look forward to seeing what new great adventures that you can find with FCCLA.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining for the Montana FCCLA podcast, Inside the Red Jacket. With me today is Morgan from the WeBo chapter, and Morgan was one of the Ultimate Leader Award recipients at our 2025 State Leadership Conference. It's been a long day. I can't even remember what year it is. Whew. So I wanted to highlight all of our Ultimate Leader Award winners and kind of let you guys get to know them. and hear about what adventures are going on in their chapters and what experiences have been really valuable to help them in their leadership journeys. So Morgan, we're going to let you start with telling us a little bit about your previous involvement with FCCLA at your chapter level.
So I have been in FCCLA since my 7th grade year. I'm a junior this year, and throughout the years, I have hosted many workshops at districts and helped out a lot there. Our school fundraises a lot. We're currently in the middle of one. In the past, we've done like food drives to help out with the community. I have done many star events, gone to nationals a couple times. And then community service projects, I was a part of that. And then I have also helped out with a lot of those as well.
Very nice. Morgan, if you had to identify one standout experience from your history that has most impacted your leadership, I guess adventures, what do you think that might be?
I would think it would be as a little 7th grader. I competed for the first time, which wasn't really a thing that we did here. And I made it to nationals that year and placed, I think, 13th. So it really made me want to keep going with FCCLA and felt like, oh, I can actually do this and I can accomplish more things.
Where was the national conference held that year?
That was in San Diego, California.
A great location for a national conference for
Yeah.
sure. So you mentioned your involvement really started when you were younger. What advice would you give to younger members who might be interested in maybe doing a star event or competing for a district or chapter officer position?
For star events, I would not recommend doing one that young. It was a lot of stress, especially on my advisor back then. I would say do like a skill demonstration event at that age. And then when you get older and more comfortable, I would do a star event. I feel like even if like I was a really shy student back then, and I feel like you can't base yourself off of that. You just kind of have to go for it because you never know what will happen. And so I would say get out of your comfort zone and just do new things.
Do you feel like you're less shy now because of some of your experiences?
Yeah, I would say so.
Very good. How many national leadership conferences have you attended?
I have been to 3 of them. So I went to San Diego, then I went to Denver, Colorado, and then I went to Orlando, Florida.
Um, any last advice that you would like to give aspiring chapter or district leaders?
I would say if you want to run for office, I recommend doing chapter office first before you even attempt district office because I have been a district officer for 2 years now and I'm currently chapter president. But I feel like even if you don't make it your first year as officer, because I did not, it took me a while to get into office because of how we voted here. But I would just keep going with it and try new things until you get in there and accomplish whatever you want.
Thanks so much for visiting with us today, Morgan. We appreciate your time and congratulations on all your leadership success.
Thank you.
Take care. Thanks so much for stopping by to check out the Montana FCCLA podcast, Inside the Red Jacket. Don't forget to nominate someone who's worthy of the 2026 Ultimate Leader Award by visiting our website at mtfccla.org. Hope to see you soon.